Hi guys! Welcome back to another video, and today I have here my only jewel orchid, the only one that I have inside my flat here in London, and that I've been growing inside this glass dome for a while. Since I bought it, I've never repotted. The moss is completely gone, and I know that the situation inside is not amazing, so I have to repot it. It's a video that I talked about a long time ago, and the time has finally arrived in here. So let me remove that. I will clean and I will do something else with this glass. I'll show you in the next video. But today we need to remove this plant from this glass. So as you can see, it's growing everywhere and it's very leggy. So I intend to cut it, create some divisions and pot it up in a new container. Let me grab the container. I bought it on Amazon, so it looks like an aquarium. But it's not, it's actually plastic. I thought it was glass, but that's okay. So I will use that to repot my plant. I'll show you what I intend to do. Hopefully it will work out. It's the first time that I'm repotting this plant, so fingers crossed it will work out. I have a whole video about this orchid. I will link it down below. This is a terrestrial orchid that can be grown and potted in a different set of mix. You can definitely Google it, see what's the best one for you. In my case specifically, I will repot it with a mix of moss, bark, and also some soil. And fingers crossed, this plant will be super happy inside the new container because it's due to be repotted for a long time. And I intend to have a beautiful display. So come with me and let's start. Guys, I lost part of the footage. Basically, my camera didn't record when I was removing this leggy plant from the glass vase. What I noticed, it was potted in cocoa peat and it was very smelly. It's more than time for me to repot this plant. So I just removed it from the inside and I said that I would go to the sink to clean the root system to be able to see what I have there in terms of the root system. But that was it, and I'm really sorry that you missed this part of the video. I have cleaned the root system. I have here a clean pair of pruners that I have to clean. I use some flames. You can use alcohol as well, but be careful when you do it. I do have some orchids that I think they are sick. They have some virus, so I need to be extremely careful with my cutting tools in order to avoid having issues with my plants. So what I'm going to do now is just inspect the root system, see if there is something that I noticed that are completely gone. In this case, it's a little bit different from other orchids because not necessarily it's going to be super mushy, but I have some growing chips. It's the clear chip that you can see here. Now keep inspecting it, should be able to cut the roots and maybe clean it a little bit. I don't think we have many things here that are dead. I think most of the roots are alive, believe it or not. Apart from this is a dead section. I probably cut this section some time ago, so this is dead. Oh gosh. Oh, I cut a root by mistake, but that's okay. What else we have in here? Yeah. Don't think I have many dead roots, or if the roots are dead, I cannot see, which can be an issue. So some of these I don't think are alive anymore. If you notice that the plant has, the root has no velamen, then you are safe to remove. Some of them are mushy, like this one is mushy, so you also can remove it. But it's a little bit more difficult because these roots, they are covered in thin coconut peat, so very difficult to see what's alive and what's not alive. This section is mushy, this section is also mushy. Anyway, some of the roots are covered in moss as well, so I cleaned what I could. And now let's start repotting it. I don't need to spray hydrogen peroxide. I have this plant for years now, and there is no bush snails, there is no pest here, so I'm not worried about that. But I'm worried about how leggy this plant is, which stresses me a little bit. So I hope you can see, but I do have some area roots growing here. So what I will do is I will cut and I will pot it up as a new division. And I will do that with a few sections of this plant, like here, the same thing. Very careful with these roots. It can be potted separately. It's not that the only thing is, look, this is also an individual section, another individual section. I keep doing it, another section here. I'm basically untangle my plant. Let me just check if this is filming. This is filming, okay. So I have here, let's see. What do we have in here? I think it's one section. So we will keep it as one section, but here we have something else. It might be another section. No, they are all connected. Perfect, I will let them be. Super long section here. I don't know, I think I'm gonna do that. Whoopsie daisy, and create two sections. Same thing here, tiny division. There are plenty of tiny divisions here. This plant is a very easy plant for you to create divisions, give to friends, even sell your own divisions if you want to, because they will be able to grow and spread out. So again, there we go. So I have all of the divisions that I'm gonna use today. They are all here, plus a leaf here. Let me clean that. And let's start repotting it. What I have in here to repot that plant. I know that I don't have any ventilation holes, or I don't have any way for the water to be dragged out of the pot, and I'm okay with that. And remember, it was in a glass vase before, and it was super okay, so I'm not worried. These plants, they like high humidity, and I just need to observe the mix and wait for it to dry before I water it again. Just explaining before I keep going. So I will use I have here some soil. Let's change the order of things because I need to explain that to you. I have here soil, bark, sphagnum moss, and that's what I will use. And I intend to layer it a little bit. So I will use some bark and soil. I will use bark and soil at the bottom. Why I'm using the bark? Because bark will aerate the soil a little bit, and I think will be important to aerate the soil so I don't have a whole section of soil that's very compact. I'm not gonna do it, but these are terrestrial plants, so it's just to aerate it a tiny bit. I think will look good as well. So the second layer, I will add some moss and bark together, and I will spread it evenly. The moss will help my bark to be very moist, and it will definitely keep the moist around. These plants, they enjoy their moist environment since they are terrestrial plants. So I will layer bark and moss like so. Now I will layer again soil. If I have some moss in there, it's okay. I will layer the soil with my bark. Let's create one more layer. Let's see how this is looking now. I want it to be even. So let's create an even environment here. Okay, all good. Let's check how the divisions are doing right now and what we can do now. So I have some longer divisions, like this one is a longer one, and I don't want the leggy part. I want it to be covered. So that would be one. Let's start. What I will do, I will spread it around because I want to have a full pot at some point in the future. And I want it to look nice. So that's what I will start doing now. Just placing my divisions around the pot so it will have space to grow. And in the future, I hope to have a beautiful pot full of jewel orchid. Imagine if it looks nice in the future, I'll show you. Fingers crossed. I really want to have something that was wild. That's why I got this pot. I'm sure you can be very creative with the pots that you choose to pot these plants up. That was what I found, but I'm sure you can find other stuff as well. This is weird. I think this division is very leggy and strange. Don't know what I'm gonna do with that. This root is broken, so it can be removed. I think I'm gonna just divide it on my own. Da-da-da-da. Oopsie daisy. So I divided. And let's see, we have some there, some there. I'm gonna add some here. And also other divisions around here. And then the last 3 tiny divisions that we have, they will be around. What I have to do with this pot now, just keep layering. That's what I will do until everything is covered. Let's see if everything is in focus now. I think you cannot see properly. Yeah, now you can see. So let's start covering it. Some of these are taller divisions, others are shorter. I just need to make sure that I don't bury any of these. And let me grab more bark. So I will grab more bark, I'll keep doing it, and I'll show you when I'm completing the whole mission. Before I add the last layer of soil, I will add some slow release fertilizer. These plants are terrestrials, so I don't know how heavy feeders they are, but I wanted them to grow well, so I think a slow release fertilizer helps. And now I'm gonna just top it up with last layer of moss and I'm done. My bark is over. I don't have any more barks, just using the bark that was left here. And I'm gonna be careful to clean all of these beautiful leaves when I finish covering up the whole pot. Oops, I hope you've been able to see. It's a tricky mission when we have so many leaves spread around the whole pot. But so far so good. It's just I have always to be careful, to make sure that they are not all completely covered, because they need to photosynthesize something else. They need to be able to reach the light, but because this pot is going to be a completely transparent pot, I'm going to have light everywhere. I'm not really worried about creating some algae, bacteria, or something with the moss. I don't have issues actually. I've never noticed it affecting my plants very much, so I will give it a try. It was already potted in a transparent pot and was doing fine. So fingers crossed it will keep doing fine. And let's keep adding all of the soil. We're almost over. And I will just clean here. And then we'll come back to conclude this video with a much beautiful result. Give me a second. Ta-da! That's my fully repotted Macodes petola. As you could see, I did cut so many divisions of it, but the reason why it's because it was very leggy and it was inside a high humidity glass chamber that was like a greenhouse, so it created many divisions and many aerial roots, so I could just cut it and spread the divisions around the pot. Hopefully in the future this pot will be full of divisions and they will be grown and mature, and I will be able to show you a beautiful houseplant pot. But for now, what I have in here is just these tiny cute leaves spread around my pot. And as I said, I know that these plants deal well with humidity. That's why I'm not worried of how this plant is potted inside this transparent plastic aquarium, or I don't know how to call this bowl. I am really in love with the way that it's displayed now. I will add it under my growing lights, as I did it before. These plants, they don't need super high light to be able to grow and mature, so it should be fine. It's gonna be on one of my second shelving, so it's not the brightest light, but it's the appropriate light for this type of plant. I have space for it, which is also great. I did add Israel release fertilizer, and on top of that, because the mix was completely dry, the moss was completely dry, and I know that this plant enjoys its watering, so I hydrated the whole mix with my watering can, and that's really important, especially when we work with dry materials. We have divisions here. These divisions will need all the humidity that I can offer to be able to grow their roots fully and to grow on their own, separate from the other parts of the plant. That was all. That was everything that I want to show you today. I'll definitely update you in the future when I might have a better display. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you have this plant in your collection and what you think about it. I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.